Welcome to the Glacier Crypto Club Technical Analysis. Today we're looking at Bitcoin. It's Monday, the 24th of January 2022, right? Okay, we're going to remember this day because as far as on as much as the market is bearish, um, it's bearish right now. So let's not forget how volatile the asset that we investing in behaves. Okay, so looking at Bitcoin, it's basically back to an area where it was last year in January. I see Bitcoin 25 January, it was around 36K, even though it was around its new all-time highs. I don't think anyone knew what was coming next in as far as these two all-time highs and in as far as Bitcoin create a new level of support around 29K, where after they broke and made a new all-time high of about 40K, 42K, came back and retested 30K, 30.9K, the lowest being around 28.7K. Which becomes a zone of support. Bitcoin found a new all-time high of around 64K, came back in May and retested the area where it broke above and retested. It acted as support, successful support, which is around July. After end of July, Bitcoin rallied again, made a a new all-time high of around 69K, and we've been bullish as far as the sentiment of Bitcoin in terms of the cryptocurrency market until we broke below the 50 moving average, the sky blue one, and we see sort of what we call the cream de la cream within our trading community, and which is initially a bearish candle, and then we get a bullish candle in between, and then we get a bearish candle engulfing the the bearish candle, right? So we have we're looking at a new week in Bitcoin. So last week was a very important week because now it was a deciding week, because if it opened and was a bullish week, then it would have changed everything, because then Bitcoin would have broke out of that bearish trend and perhaps going to try and retest areas like 50K, which is something that I anticipated and I had hoped for. I had hoped that Bitcoin would break above 44K and at least go try to consolidate between 50K and 43K, 44K. But instead, there was more selling pressure, and Bitcoin failed to break back above 44K, and it fell below the between 43K and 40K area of support and resistance. As you see from history, the first time Bitcoin made its all-time high around January, there was a resistance around 40K. So that same resistance is what is what was acting as support. It acted as resistance actually in June, and then in July the Bitcoin broke above and it acted as support again in September, successfully acting as support. Tried to act as support for this week. That's 5 weeks. Bitcoin tried to stay above 40K per se, 44K, 43K, until the first week of January, we broke below 41K. We broke below 40K as well. And then Bitcoin tried to make a comeback around the 40K area. But like, as you know what happened last week, we saw it was basically a bearish week for Bitcoin last week. This is the new weekly candle in the week that we are in right now, and we are sort of trading within the range we've already broken below the previous area of support. Perhaps we could find support around 38k, which we tried a little bit, but failed. It failed to hold around 39k. I mean, so right now, the next area of strong support is around 30k. But if we're talking within a zone, as you see with the spikes, we'll say the zone is between 32k and 29k, 28.7k, actually 28.4 to on some exchanges. But we'll say, yeah, or even 27.7k, according to that spike that we have there. So that's according to that zone of support. If we break below that area of support, the next thing that we'll be hoping will hold as a metric is the 200 moving average, which is this one I'm highlighting with the crosshairs, the cream one, and that's 50 moving average, the sky blue one. And then if we break, because this is possible, we don't trade what we feel or what we'd like to see, but what's happening in the market. Is quite possible Bitcoin may want to come and retest around 19.2 before it perhaps before it's extremely oversold, and I'm sure a lot of buyers will step in that region. That will really be a bargain for people who missed out on investing in the fastest growing asset class in the whole world right now. So we'll see what happens around 30k. For likely, since we already saw Bitcoin trading as low as 32.8k today. So I'm really okay with Bitcoin coming to retest the 30k level, even as low as 27k. I'm really happy to see Bitcoin within that region, because that will really, the next thing after the worst happens, then we can now only hope for a consolidation and try to reclaim a bull run, as far as I'm concerned, or even to trade above the 200 moving average, because the next thing after that would be preferably would be a consolidation and perhaps a reactivation of the bull run. But again, we'll be covering this and we'll be projecting and anticipating. There's another chart pattern that I'd like to break down, that is on a daily chart, which is a head and shoulders pattern that I was really hoping wasn't a head and shoulders pattern over the past few days and weeks. But like again, as the market moves out, the market moves. Besides how you feel and what you hope. So as when Bitcoin failed to hold above 40k, we saw the head and shoulders pattern complete on the 1 day on the daily chart time frame. So as you see, this would be, according to the direction of the screen, this would be the left shoulder, and that's the head, and that's the right shoulder. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, that's the chart pattern I just wanted to indicate. That's the chart pattern that we've been discussing, and we've been hoping is not the case, but hoping does not move the market, which is why we trade what we see and not what we hope or what we feel like. That's all from me this week, in as far as a longer spectrum of Bitcoin and what happened last week. I will tune in if something major is happening, or to cover the price section around the 30k area when we get there. Seeing the price behavior, whether the level is holding or perhaps Bitcoin is going lower, because on a larger time frame, going back on a weekly chart, I think we should mention also the double top, which is that double top pattern around. So if we break below the 30K level, it wouldn't be irregular to see Bitcoin trade as low as 19K, because we would have broken the neck of a double top chart pattern. So the mistakes that um, I've made of ignoring the head and shoulders pattern, or perhaps not taking it seriously, but we did project it as a possibility. We need to also project the double top as a possibility, and with if in the event that that happens, the first level would be 19K, and the second level would be around 11.7K. That's just as far as technical analysis is concerned. But like I said, we'll be posting follow-up videos of what's happening with Bitcoin, as well as the rest of the market, which stable coins and strong projects that we'll be looking to invest into. So like and subscribe. Stay tuned for those analyses that will be coming over the next few days on our channel. Please visit the description. Visit glaciercryptoclub.com. It's a Glacier Crypto Club on all platforms. We have an NFT. We have a couple of NFTs dropping this year soon. So for you to participate in the whitelists, you may want to join the team. So visit Glacier Crypto Club, join the team. That's all that I'm gonna say. But for you to grab this opportunity, all you have to do is join the team and find out more about the NFTs on our socials or on our website. The team is ready to help, and um, then as far as um, technical analysis is concerned, as well you'll be added to our groups, so that you stay in tune as far as news and everything happening in the space. Again, Drips, and this is Glacier Crypto Club Technical Analysis. Like and subscribe. Cheers, and I'll check you guys out in the next video.